Hello, excuse me. Hello, and happy Card Challenge Wednesday. Hello, Grace. Yes, it is a beautiful day to be making cards. We have blue skies, bright sunshine. It had been raining all night. Oh my gosh, I thought it was supposed to rain all day today, but it looks like we're going to have a gorgeous day today. So you're right. Oh, hello, Mallory. Okay, so happy Card Challenge Wednesday, but the big news is we've got free shipping right now. A lot of you have already put your orders in. Um, Remember, we charge Stampin' Up! Charges 11% shipping. So free shipping is a huge deal. Now, you do have to put in a $75 order, and that is when it goes. So, like, if you put in a $75 order, you would pay like $8.25 in shipping, which doesn't seem like very much. But when you put in like a $300 order, holy cow, that's like close to $40 in shipping. That's just ridiculous. So, yeah, we love free shipping day here at Stampin' Up! And we put in big orders. A lot of stuff's already gone. It's like, sorry, currently unavailable. A lot of your basic needs. It's demonstrators for sure love it. So if you have not gotten to your shopping list and put in your order, better hurry. You don't want to miss any of the things that you want to get. Okay. Excuse me. Darlene's here in New York, and Linda from Florida. Brenda is here from Ontario, Canada. We've got Sandra here this morning. And Mallory was glad she waited to order. Yeah, isn't that frustrating when you put an order in like the day before they announce the big free shipping? Oh, yeah. But even demonstrators don't know. So I can't warn you ahead of time. No one knows when we're going to get free shipping. Oh, my goodness. Okay. And then we've got Annie from North Dakota and Tiffany from Montana. Hello and good morning and happy Funfold Friday. Now, if any of you have been over on the Facebook Creating with Christina page, you've already seen the winners. This morning, I made sure I got the post up and the winners up before I left for my book. I do a book club book study on Wednesday afternoons at 1:30. And yeah, last week, it was like 2 days afterwards, I finally got the post up. People were telling me, where's it? And of course, then we only got 18 people to enter. So we definitely got to do better than that. So it's there. And for talking about the winners, hold on, I lost my picture. Just a minute. Let me go back and get that. There it is. Okay. And share screen. Yay, here we go. Congratulations to Stacy and Linda. And Stacy, Linda, if you will, please email me your mailing address. That way I am sure to get your gift to you. And speaking of gifts and no address, and I couldn't find a way to message you, but Melinda Evans, I have your card here waiting for me. Marilyn, I'm sorry, Marilyn. Gosh, I missed your name completely. Marilyn Edens. I still need your address. I've got your prize sitting here from many weeks ago. So, okay. Yeah, congratulations again to Stacy and Linda. Love that. Love Stacy's torn, where she tore the paper there and put the plane in the middle. And then I love Linda, how she has the houses in the background. And then she used the dies to spotlight the one house in the middle with the wood embossed centerpiece. Gorgeous cards, ladies. Gorgeous cards. Awesome. All right. Congratulations again. So let me move that. And there is our sketch. Let me change the window view. There we go. And let me take this banner off of here. Whoops. Nope. Didn't mean to do that. There we go. Hide the banner. Yay. Okay. And then if the free shipping gets in the way, we'll move that, but I don't think it will. Okay, so this is our sketch. Now, I do know that not everyone has arch dies. Okay, this is from the Everyday Arches die collection. And if you don't have these, that's fine. You could use an oval instead. You could use a circle. actually, the way I made this sketch is I put a square and a circle together and combined it to make an arch with the software that I use to make these printables. Anyways, so you need some kind of a rounded something in the center, and then square layers there, rectangle layers there, and your sentiment. But all the rest of it can be anything you want. Okay, it could even be turned on its side. It could be done like that. You could have banners here instead and put the sentiment over here. This doesn't have to be a sentiment strip. Yeah, it should be anything you want, just so that you look at your card and you go, oh, I bet she used that sketch to create that card. That's all that we look for. Does not have to be exact. Now, I've already made one because I wanted to be extra prepared this morning. Ta-da! Here it is. Now, this paper, I'm afraid, is no longer available. This was Meandering Meadows, but the Snapdragon flowers are available, and they're also in the last chance section. So they're not going to be available forever. But these are beautiful. Here in Texas, we think those look like bluebonnets. Everywhere else in the world, they look like snapdragons. That's crazy Texans, I swear. But I love it. Love the little dragonfly. And then for the inspired, it was a big, long sentiment, but it would go all the way across, and I didn't like that. Having a banner all the way across. So I just cut it in half and stamped it like that. But anyways, that's what we're doing today. All right. You guys ready to make one of these cards? Okay, let's get going. Let me put this over here. So, oh no, actually I want to put this, hold on. Let me fold this down so it's not in our way. There we go. And tuck that under there like that. There we go. It's out of the way. And we are going to use some different paper, though. This time, we're going to use the paper that goes with the everyday arches. This is a suite. You can get the stamp set, the dies, and the everyday, and it's a bunch of different sky paper. I forgot to pull it out so you could see it. Oh, is it? No, wait a minute. I think this might be, oh, I'm sorry. No, this is Meandering Meadows, the backside. I apologize. But we do have sky paper. Where is it? Here it is. The everyday sky paper. And it's 48 sheets, all kinds of beautiful sky backgrounds, sunset, sunrises, beautiful bright blue skies. Okay, I haven't even opened mine yet. Okay. So there we go. We've got that. We've got that. Now, I have my card base, and I pull the colors from the paper, of course, and this is our basic beige. I forget about it sometimes, but basic beige is a perfect color when you don't really want the yellow of vanilla, and white is too white, and crumb cake is too brown, and you just need that somewhere in between color. There you are. Basic beige is what you're looking for. All right. Now, I cut my paper down to 3 3/4 by 5. And that is going to go behind this piece that I'm going to cut the arch out of. All right. And I'm also going to trim this down. So let's get some tools out. Put all this over to the side. Okay. Put all this over to the side. There we go. And I need my trimmer. Hello, Catherine from Ireland. Oh, goodness, Catherine. I just started a new book series, Murder in an Irish Village. And it's actually a whole series of little cozy murders. So, so I've been listening to a lady with a good Irish brogue this morning. Whenever I craft, I like listening to books on tape. Are you guys like that? Do you like listening or maybe watch TV or something while you're crafting? Haha, Bonnie just finished jotting down the sketch, and here I am live. Yes, here I am. All right, first of all, this is just a quarter sheet, 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, and I need to cut this down to 4 by 5 1/4 so that you can see it. It's not the exact same size as the front of the card. I want that layered look. All right, so we have that. Then I need the cut and emboss machine. Whoops, you stay right there, Cutter. Let me get this little baby. All righty. And I need my plates. Here they are. Oh, I cranked them in so that they wouldn't fall out. Isn't that smart? All right, now I want to make sure, I know y'all can't see very well because I'm on the machine, but I am going to make sure my die is centered on this 4 by 5 1/4. All right, put that little piece of washi tape there, put my lid on. Look, I'm even sitting and I can do this. It's like, it is so easy. It's like, it's just butter. It's like, well, until it slips. That's the only problem. Sometimes it slips, and that is its one flaw. It's almost perfect. If it didn't slip, it would be completely a perfect cut and emboss machine. All right. And then gently, gently, gently pull off your washi tape. Because sometimes that adhesive, even though you've made it dull by sticking it on 100 things, it still, for some reason, can get stuck to that paper and tear it. All right, so this is something you use on another project. So that goes in my other project box. This goes back. This all goes back for right now. We're going to use it again in just a minute. Okay, and get our card back out. And here we go. So this piece is going to lay flat on the card front. All right, and I want it centered. There we go. And then this one I'm using dimensionals with. So let me grab some dimensionals. And now here, my dimensionals kind of have to make sure you put them in the right direction so they don't hang off the edge. But they, there we go. Let's put one at the top and the bottom also. There we go. Whoops. That's okay. There. Now that I've got that. Linda, you just got back from your morning walk. Oh, wonderful. Awesome. She's got her papers ready to assemble. Great. I can't wait to see what y'all create. That is, I think, one of my favorite things about Card Challenge Wednesday is seeing all of the amazing creations. It's just so fun. And of course, you know, that's why we do this, is to inspire each other. Stampin' Up! Loves to say, inspire, create, and share. That's kind of their little jingle. Okay, we've got that. Let's make some blue bonnets. Or in this case, Snapdragon blue bonnets. And I'm going to use Blueberry Bushel. It's the color in the paper there. So, and where are my stamps? Here they are. All right. And I'm going to stamp off because I don't want it that dark. Well, shoot. Let's get some ink on there. There we go. Perfect. Whoops, I don't want a second one that size. I want the other size. Okay, I love it. Now I need the dies for this. Okay. I have so much fun making cards. Are you all like that? I mean, I love my scrapbook pages too, for sure. But cards are so fun because you actually finish it. It's like a project you get done right away. Like Monday nights. Oh my gosh, what a fiasco Monday night. I know y'all think it was great, but to me, I was like, holy cow. Oh, and I promised you all I would show you what it looked like. And I did take some pictures and I shared them there. But hold on, let me cut this out. And Monday night's scrapbook pages that I couldn't get finished online. Yeah, that's why I like cards, because you don't spend hours trying to decide what to do. Well, at least I don't try to spend hours try not to spend hours doing what I do, but So y'all know what I'm talking about. I feel like I'm just rambling. Okay, there we go. Got those cut out. All right. Like I said, the scrapbook pages from Monday night. So here was one. It took me forever to get a title and this embellishment here. I think it turned out great. These leaves were from the, oh, I hate it when I draw blanks. The brand new one, Garden. Thankful Garden. Phew. Thankful Garden here. And then this little cluster came about well here. And then this one here. It just took me forever to figure out what 3 items that I could do in all 3 corners that still looked Eastery, because the little bunnies that I wanted to use, they just didn't work. They were facing the wrong direction and everything. Anyways, this was Monday night's scrapbook pages. If you missed Monday night, like I said, I promised I'd share those with you. So there they are. Now back to our blue bonnets. a little side note there. Yeah, I'm just like a dog with a squirrel. Can't stay focused. Thanks, Mallory. Mallory says it turned out cute. Yeah. And he says, I have great ideas until I sit down to make it, and then they just go away. I'm like, I know exactly what you mean. I know exactly what you mean. Oh my gosh. Okay. All right. So these Snapdragons actually have cutouts. Okay. And I already did this part because there's some things I try to do. And I did adhesive sheeting on the back. And this just gives it a little bit more. Now, I have seen where people make the leaves down here green, and they'll cut a second sheet of the Snapdragon with these 2 pieces right here green, and stamp that part green. But I am not being fussy today. I am just going to try to get this on here. It matches up pretty good. It doesn't match up exactly. Okay. Yeah, matches up pretty good, but not exactly. That's as good as it gets. Yeah, I don't think the stamped image was actually meant for this part, but it works. I think what they really want you to do is just cut out a solid piece of cardstock with the 1 die, and then put this on top to make it 2 colors. But like I said, it works pretty good. It's not perfect, but pretty good. Okay, there you go. Our cute little blue bonnets. All right, got those done. And get our card back out. Now, I want 1 blue bonnet, and then I want the other blue bonnet, but I want this blue bonnet to be over here. So it's going to be popped up, but this one is not. So let's go ahead and just put that one down. Okay. And then get some dimensionals for this one. Let's see where we're going with this. I think I had that like that. Something like that. Yeah. Okay. Let's just get 2 on there just in case. There we go. Oh, love it. Yay. Isn't that pretty? And just, Stampin' Up! Has the prettiest paper and stamps and images. It just makes creating so much easier. All right, our next piece is our sentiment. Now, I cut this from our stylish shape dies. If you're new to Stampin' Up! And you have not gotten these stylish shape dies yet, it is probably one of the first things you'll want to order. It has beautiful stitched circles, stitched squares, and then these stitched banners. It is super popular. It's been around for a while. It's not going to be here forever, but it's been around for a while. All right, so we're just going to stick that on there. But before we do that, we do need to stamp a sentiment. And instead of Inspired by You, I'm going with the Hello from the Everyday Arches stamp set. Look at that. It fits in there perfectly. Isn't that awesome? That's awesome. Cool beans. That's my grandkids say. All right. Get a little glue on there. They're so pretty. All right, and now we could bling it up with some bling and some other things. Don't forget to do the inside, but this is the sketch. You like that? Very simple. Do it now. You do not have to do it this way. The only thing you have to have is some kind of curve layer, a curved layer. It can be a circle, an oval. And if you have the arches, use the arches because you don't get to use arches very often. But you don't have to have flowers and a sentiment. You'll need to put a sentiment, but it doesn't have to be a sentiment. It could be a banner or something else. I don't know, whatever you think of. It could be ribbon. It could be, yeah, whatever, but definitely has to have a curved layer. Okay, that's all I got for you today. Let's announce those winners again from last week. Stacy and Linda, don't forget to send your mailing address to me. And the post is already there on facebook.com, Creating with Christina. And you'll see, and it is pinned. I made sure it was pinned to the top. What else do we need to know? Don't forget free shipping, free shipping, yay, for 3 days. However, if something runs out, they don't honor the shipping for when it comes back in stock. So in other words, if it says currently unavailable, well, and then they're not going to get it until next week, well, they're not going to honor the free shipping with it. So I know that's a bummer, but that's why they always say while supplies last, you know. Oh, okay. You want measurements, Marianne? It's really simple, Marianne. Hold on. Let me back this out and get this large again. Yeah, the measurements are real simple. All I did was 8.5 by 5.5 base. You know, that's a normal size card. Then this layer is just 4 by 5.25. And then this arch is the fourth one in. It's the fourth one in. So if those are the measurements you wanted, but you don't really have to do the measurements the way I do them. Just as long as you have some kind of a curved shape there. It could be a window, it could be a layer, however you want. But yeah, so it's 1, 2, 3 layers, or in my case, it's just 2 layers because one's a window and you're seeing through it. But does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. Okay. All righty, you guys. That's all I got for you. I will be back Friday for Fun Fold Friday. You all have a blessed rest of your day. And okay, that's it. Bye-bye.